What's up guys, and welcome to the RaceX channel. Today I will be speaking about the 9th generation Honda Civic, which was produced from 2012 to 2016. So this video is for those of you looking to buy a second-hand Civic from those years. I will mainly be speaking about the 1.6 ID.Tech diesel engine because that is the most popular and recommended one. However, I must mention the things that I not hate but dislike about the car. I just want to state for the record, I do vouch for this car and I cannot discredit Honda's reliability and practicality, but I just want to say things that for my own personal preference I just dislike. Number 1, starting with the rear view. Due to the design of the rear of the car, when you look back from the inside, it's like that there's this thick bar going across horizontally, and it is really annoying. Imagine driving and looking in the rear view mirror, and in the middle portion of your view it's just blocked. Every time I've looked in the rear view, I can't see the driver or I can't see the license plate, and even though I don't technically need to, it is annoying. It's a nuisance. Number 2, look at this interior. It's full of buttons, and after navigating around I have realized you don't actually need all this. It's just pretty cluttered. For example, to call someone through Bluetooth, you just click on the phone button on the wheel, but then to actually navigate I have to use the dials. It would be easier if I could just press the arrow buttons on the wheel to navigate instead of going to the dial. So I have to say the infotainment and electronics on the German cars are better generally. With the Civic though, I do think the dials look amazing, but the speedometer is sometimes blocked by the steering wheel. Number 3. Regarding the blue screen at the top, we have an option to change the colors, but in direct sunlight you can't actually read it. The only color that you can see in broad daylight is blue, hence why it's on blue.
And it's blue. That's all I know, it's blue.
So it's a shame to offer other colors, yet only one color is bright enough to see on a bright sunny day. Number 4. I just wanted to talk about the cruise control. It is very, very good actually, but on eco mode it's not the best, and I'll tell you why. So here I am on a dual carriageway. I'm just picking up speed normally, and then I'm going to turn it on at 56 miles per hour, and this is in eco mode, so the car's steady and it's on a flat surface, so the car will stay at 56 miles per hour. Wherever you keep it, it will stay on a flat surface. So as you approach an incline, the car will begin to lose speed, and this is because it's on eco mode. But I think even on eco mode it should be able to keep the car where you've selected it to stay at. If you've selected 56 miles per hour, even on eco mode it should stay at 56 miles per hour. I don't believe this is the only car that does this. With my Volkswagen Golf, despite the incline, it would still remain at that speed even on eco mode. But the Civic doesn't respond in the same way. Now we're approaching an even more of an incline here on this road, and I've actually turned off eco mode, and you can see that the car actually doesn't lose any speed. So cruise control is great when you're off eco mode, but as soon as you turn it on, it doesn't really do well on inclines. I know it doesn't look like a lot, just a couple of miles per hour down, but when you're on the motorway and you're doing 70, 75, 80 and there's an incline, you lose a bit of speed, the car behind you just starts to catch up, and this is really annoying because you're kind of disrupting the flow of traffic by slowing down when you don't need to. So I personally would just turn off eco mode whenever you're approaching an incline. So it's not really a big deal, but I just wanted to bring it up. It shouldn't really sway you from buying the Civic. I just wanted to bring it up though because the Golf that I had did not have this issue on eco mode, and this one does, but it's so small, like it shouldn't affect you in any way if you want to buy this car. Number 5. If you're like me and you like to enjoy driving your cars, then you might find that this car is a bit bland. I personally love the shape and look, but the drive is a bit boring. It has enough power to get ahead of traffic thanks to its torque, but the handling is not fun. You will have a lot more fun going into corners than its rivals, the Ford Focus, the Golf, Seat Leon, but the Honda is a bit boring to drive fast, even though it can handle a rough ride. So that begs the question now, should you buy this car or not? Well, it's very simple, because the one word I would use to describe this car is sensible. So if you're the type of person who just needs a car to go from A to B, this is a really good car for you, go for it. But if you're a car enthusiast, maybe not the best car, I would say go for a Golf, or maybe even in Leon. But the Civic, not so much. You will find it a bit boring to drive. It is great for your wallet, but you can spend the same amount of money on a second-hand Golf and it will just be more fun. So no, I don't recommend this car if you're a car enthusiast and you like driving. But if you just want a car to run around an A to B car, or even, you know, you do a lot of miles, this is the perfect car for you. Also, just an FYI, it costed me £50 to get a full tank of fuel, which isn't actually too bad. And out of it, I got about 450 miles. And it's not really a big tank, it's about 50 litres. And as you can see, it is saying that I have 561 miles left as a fuel range. But towards the end of the journey, I drove economically and I've managed to get it up to 595 miles. And I did not do a lot of miles, maybe about 3 miles I did to get it up there. So yeah, and that, if you continue driving economically, that would probably show over 700 miles easy. But living in London, you don't actually get a chance because you're in first gear, second gear a lot. So yeah, I just thought I'd mention that. So that's pretty much it for this video, guys. I know I did speak a little bit negatively about the car by picking on its bad points, but those were just nitpicky things. This car is obviously great for the money that you pay for it second hand as well. It is, you can't go wrong with it. You know, it's always going to be great. It will look after you. It's reliable as long as you look after it. All you need to remember is, if you want a fun car, go for something else. If you want a good, sensible car, go for this. And that's all there is to know. But of course, do your own research and comment. Let me know if you have any questions. I will do my best to answer. And that's it for now. Thank you very much, guys. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. Yep, thank you very much, and peace. Yeah.